Good morning. It's day 34 on trail. Currently about 7:15 in the morning. We're just heading off. Had a wonderful sleep last night. Not really sure what it was, but it's really good. So I feel great this morning. I still have the last little bit of my cold still bothering me, but pretty much it's gone, I think, which will be nice. Raiden seems to be feeling much better again, which is even good. And yeah, so we're just kind of keeping going today, hoping for maybe 20 miles if we feel up to it. But yeah, not much more to say at the moment. It's a beautiful morning. I think it's going to be a really hot day. The sun has already got a decent amount of heat to it, and so I'm hoping that we'll have lots of shade and breeze to try and counteract that today. Just been for a lunch break at Roan Mountain Shelter, and we're heading back down the hill now. Apparently that's the highest shelter on the AT, some people just said when we're up there. Don't know if that's true or not. Not really going to look it up right now anyway, so cool tidbit if it's true. It's been pretty easy walking so far today. We did just over 10 miles in 4 hours. Oop. Which is pretty good time, especially seeing as we did climb up the Roan Mountain, which was about a 750 meter climb over about 7 kilometers. For now, we're going downhill a bit to a road crossing and gap, and then up again to another knob, and then I don't know, down again I presume, because that's kind of what has to happen after we finish going up. It was pretty warm this morning, but it's cooled down quite a bit as we were sitting having some lunch up at the shelter. Apparently there's like a 20 or 30% chance of rain this afternoon, but it certainly doesn't really feel like rain so far, although there are some grey clouds up there. Hopefully it holds off. Yeah, for now anyway. This is Carver's Gap. We keep heading up the trail towards some balds. Apparently 5 balds in the next 8 miles. So that'll be a bit of fun. Stan Murray Shelter in 3.7 miles. Over Mountain Shelter in 6 miles. One down, 4 more balls to go. Screw you, sunshine. That's the third sunshine thing I've seen today. Yellow Meadow Mountain Gap. Blue Blaze Side Trail leads to the barn. So I've just come through Yellow Mountain Gap, which is where there's a side trail to go down to a old barn that's been converted into a shelter. We don't want to stay there tonight, and we considered going down just to have a look at it, but it's 0.3 miles each way. We're not really willing to walk an extra kilometre just to go look at a barn, so we've kept going. We've come about 28.5 kilometres so far today, and not sure exactly how much further we're going. Maybe camping at the summit of this mountain here, or maybe somewhere on the other side. We'll figure that out when we get there. So down there you can see the barn. Kind of glad we didn't go have a look. We're less than a mile from camp and it just started raining. I don't really want to get too cold and wet before we get to camp, but hopefully I can avoid that by just walking quickly. That's my current plan, and maybe some tree cover will also help. So go to the campsite and set up camp in the rain. It's not raining hard, but it is just kind of a consistent drizzle. I'm hiding out in my tent now. I think we walked pretty much bang on 20 miles today. But it was good. I feel good. Raiden feels good. Neither of us are sick anymore. We don't have any feet issues or anything like that. So it was really nice to just walk again. I'm really looking forward to doing more of that in the coming days. Good morning. It is day 35 on trail. It's the 8th of May. And it is a beautiful day this morning. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's a clear blue sky, and the mountains are right there, and a little bit of mist over the side, and it's just gorgeous. Aiming to walk 20 miles today. We're going to stay at Scotty's Hostel, which just sounds great. Looking forward to hopefully getting my hands on another guitar while we're there, which would be nice. And then heading to Hampton tomorrow for a quick resupply, and then back out onto the trail by tomorrow night to keep going. There's a big pool of mud in front of me, so I'm not going to try and walk through that and talk to you guys at the same time. But just check out this view. We're going up that hill there now. And I think the rest of the day is going to be not too bad. Yeah, so I have to get through this now. It looks like there's some stones through it, so maybe it's not going to be too bad. But, oh. left North Carolina for good. A long time ago. I tried to look up how many Ks it was, but it went off my map, so a long time ago, I guess. We started kind of crisscrossing backwards and forwards between North Carolina and Tennessee, walking along the border. Some towns were in one side, some towns were on the other side, and you never really knew which state you were in as you zigzagged along. But now we have officially left North Carolina for the last time, and we stay in Tennessee for the next 2 or 3 days before we enter Virginia. So that's pretty exciting. That's another state down, 12 more to go, I guess. We've just had a good half-hour break and we're about halfway for the day, so we've just done about 10 miles and 10 miles more to go before we get to the hostel for tonight. I've had a few questions from people about who I'm walking with. So most of you know I started the trail solo, and you've probably picked up I'm walking with somebody named Raiden at the moment, and have been for quite a while. We actually met for the first time on day 2 on trail, and then probably started walking together a little bit on day 3, and then certainly from day 4 onwards we were kind of walking together most of the way. So I've been single since the middle of 2016, before any of my through hikes, and actually found it really difficult to meet people back home. You know, they always say the best way to meet somebody is to meet them doing what you really like doing. So here I am on a through hike, and I've met a really great guy. So yeah, we've been walking together for over a month now, and I guess that's it. I have a boyfriend. His name is Raiden. He's an American, and we met on trail. So it's also worth pointing out that we have walked with a few other groups during the month and a bit that we've been on trail. It's really nice to walk with a group of people, maybe not during the day, but that you can meet up with them in the evenings and sit around and have a chat and things like that. There was one group in particular that we kind of started sticking with, but then with all the sickness we've had in the last couple of weeks, we've well and truly lost them now. So we're back by ourselves at the moment, but we are hoping that we'll find another group of people to walk with pretty soon, so you get a bit more social interaction, and it's fun, right? It's a lot of fun hanging out with people, so yeah, hopefully that'll happen again soon. So we just hit the 400 mile mark, which is pretty cool. I should also be counting off the significant kilometre marks, but that's way too much effort. I totally missed the 500 mark, even though I knew it was coming. our way off trail, about 0.3 of a mile down to Scotty's hostel, which is where we're staying tonight, and then we'll go back on trail tomorrow. It's 20 to 4, which means I can't count. We've been going for 8 hours and 20 minutes, which is not bad for 20 miles. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty ready to stop walking though. So we got a room at the hostel, and Scotty, who runs it, was heading down to the shops, so we got to ride down to the shops and we're able to resupply for the next 4 days. We were originally planning on resupplying tomorrow, so that's one less thing we've got to do tomorrow. We've got 100 k's until we get to Damascus, so we're ready to go for that now, which is great. And it's 9 o'clock and it's ready for bed. It's already dark outside, and usually by this time of night I'd already be asleep, so ready to sleep in a real bed. Had a shower, so that's pretty good. I'm looking forward to that.